So, yeah, so what else did you do this weekend?
Okay, so this wasn't over the weekend, but this was literally yesterday. I was walking. I like to do my hot girl walk Monday through Friday. I do at least, I do about 2 to 3 miles. It depends on the day.
Hmm.
And in my neighborhood, there's a lot of lakes and stuff. And so I was walking around and I was listening to my Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror just jamming out. And I look in the lake and I'm like, why does it look like two eyes are looking at me from the water?
Uh-uh.
Saying, there's no way that could be a fish. That's impossible. So then I
Uh,
stopped, and then me and whatever this was, we were just like staring at each other, and it's just like it was just like its eyes were above the water, and it was just staring at me, and I was staring at it. We were staring at each other. It was looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, like that kind of situation.
like that Diddy meme where he was looking and then
I was like, and then I was like, is that an alligator? So then
Oh,
I was
hell
like,
no.
hey. And it just stayed there, like it was locked in. And it just stayed there. Then I was like, hey. And it didn't even blink. And then finally I stomped my foot and I went, and then it was like, it went, and it went under the water real fast. And I was like, and I was so scared because I'm like, why the freak is there an alligator in the lake? Like, how did it even get here? Like, these are man-made lakes or whatever. So that was really scary. So on my path home, I started warning people. I'm like, there's an alligator over there. There's an alligator. And I saw a man and he was like working on the back of his lawn. And he was like, yes, I saw that alligator yesterday. He's like, I took a picture. And he showed me a picture. I said, yep, that's the one. And then, so then I'm walking. Next thing I know, I see something, a snake passed by me right in front of me walking on the trail. And I was like, ah, and I froze. Girl, I'm talking about lions and tigers and bears at this point.
I was about to say it's a whole zoo out there.
I'm talking about lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Girl, you better hold on tight to those pups because they
I was by
won't
myself
be going
thinking,
on no walks by the lake no more.
I know, my mom, she just freaked out when I told her. And I don't know if you can. And then tell me why. So I screamed, and the snake slithered across, and it was a fat, long snake. This snake was healthy. He must be eating rats and stuff because this snake was thick. This snake had a BBL. So this snake, and then I froze, and and so I froze, right? And the snake looked back, and it said, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the snake is looking at me.
Not that it hits back at you,
It said,
girl.
and I'm like, oh, I said there's, and it was like looking at me like, and then like I was like, hey, and it went like, and it showed all its teeth, and its mouth
Oh,
opened up like this.
what was it? A rattlesnake?
It wasn't a rattlesnake, but it was doing that with the end of its tail or
That's a
whatever. It
rattlesnake.
wasn't a rattlesnake, but it was doing that, but it wasn't rattling. But
Oh, Vagney, no, I'm not. No.
I know, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, it just hissed at me. I was so loud. I was like, it just hissed at me. And then I got closer and it was like, and I was like, oh my,
It was warning you,
it
stand
was. It
back.
was like,
It, it
and it
was
showed me
warning you
all
needed
its,
to go the opposite
I
direction.
know. I'm trying to see if I can
Oh
look.
my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
That's
I
the
can't.
crap. I can't. Oh crap. That's
Oh,
it.
there it is.
Why are there
Did you put
so many critters? The snake just hissed at me.
that big thing right there?
The
Yeah.
snake just hissed at me. The snake just hissed at me. The snake just hissed at me. The snake just hissed at me.
Look at it.
The snake just hissed at me.
Yeah.
The snake just hissed at me. Oh my gosh. Ooh, it's rattling its thing. Snake.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Look at that's when it opened its mouth.
It just hissed at me.
I was so scared.
Why are there so many critters?
I'm telling you. And then this is a picture of it. I don't know if, let me see if I can. That's it. Look how fat it
That
is.
thing was
It's a
huge.
huge snake.
Let
Huge,
me get.
girl. Look at it. And its mouth was open.
Oh no, Vagney.
Look at that. It was huge.
Y'all
Yeah,
might need to call animal control or something.
girl. But if you think about it, because I live in a new community, as you know, you've been to my home, and they're building all these homes, we're really in their territory.
Right, right.
This is their home, to be quite
This
honest
is
with you.
their land.
This is their land. We're actually intruding. He was
We
like,
are intruding.
I was here first.
Ooh, that thing said, "Give me your lunch and dinner
It did.
now."
Now scram. Like, and I said, Sir, I'm just trying to go my hot girl walk. I'm just trying to get fined for something.
No more hot girl walks on the lake. No.
Hot girl walk will now be relocated to my treadmill in my workout room. Because listen, when I tell you, I said,
And
wow.
and it's getting hotter now. So when in the winter time, you really didn't see them and stuff and everything because they were hibernating in their little
Yes,
caves and stuff and
yes.
everything. So now it's starting to get warmer now. They said we coming out to play.
When I
So
tell you, it was like, boom, alligator looking at me, trying to, it was like,
ooh,
dinner,
and
found it.
reptiles, I'm scared of reptiles.
Yes. And it was looking at me like, lurking, like, ooh, I found my dinner. Ooh, because it was like, it locked in on me. It locked in on me. And it was like, found my dinner. And I was like, no, not today. But then I walk a few more feet and it's a freaking anaconda, might as well have been in front of me. And that anaconda, that snake was ready to scrap with me.
It was, girl. It said, "Why are you recording me?"
So I said, okay, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I said, I am really out here in the jungle.
Oh Lord, I'm just thinking of Gracie and Maverick, like
Yes.
Lord Jesus,
Yeah,
protect my pups
I
because
know. Thankfully, Maverick and Gracie, they were at home because usually I don't walk them by myself because they're heavy. They're both like 100 pounds, so it's way too much,
right,
and it's dangerous
right,
for
that's
both of us. They could drag
good.
me, and also
Ooh, imagine.
I was warning people along my route, girl. I was warning everybody and their mother, whoever I could warn. I warned another guy, one of our neighbors, who also has a
But
doodle.
how did an
I was like, be
alligator
careful.
get in a man-made lake?
I
Like, did
don't know.
somebody drop that off?
I don't know. I have no idea how an alligator got there. But imagine if I walked towards the water down there. That thing could have, like my mom said, that thing could have pulled me in and nobody would have even known what happened to me. Nobody
Girl,
would
you
have
have
known.
been a mystery,
Yeah,
and
everybody
they
like she just disappeared. We don't know if someone kidnapped her and, abducted her, or I don't know if anybody would ever guess I got pulled in the water by an alligator.
well, you know what? It's like they always say, like, you don't walk close to the water, especially when it's like lakes and stuff and everything.
Hmm.
They like teach you about that and stuff and everything. They say give a few distance and feet. And then also too, like that was pretty high grass. So I can see how the snake could be in that high grass and
Yeah,
stuff.
the high grass for sure. And then also, what we also have to be careful about is at any given moment, that alligator could crawl, like walk up to land for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
So,
for
because
sure. So y'all really need to call the alligator control and the animal control people so they could get that thing out of there. Because
yeah,
somebody's
because
dog is gonna be dinner.
that's what I was gonna say. Because I've seen, in Florida, they go through that all the time. Like in
Yeah.
Florida, those alligators be pulling people in, be taking people's dogs. It's horrific. So yeah, I need a post in like the
Wanted to get to
neighborhood.
the point. You don't want to get to the point where I don't know. I feel like somebody dropped that thing off in there.
That's what my mom was like. Did somebody put that in there? She's like, how did it get in there? But the only other thing we could think of was like that there's some waterway passages that somehow, the alligators can swim and somehow find themselves in these. I don't know. I don't know. But there's an alligator. And when I said the alligator found me and was like, uh-huh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You think you on your hot girl walk now? You won't be walking for long.
Girl, next thing you know, remember that episode of the Alligator Man from Atlanta with
Oh,
Cat No, you need to go back and watch that episode if you
I
haven't.
was just talking about Atlanta too. Can we still stream that? Is that still on streaming?
It's on Disney Plus.
On
Yeah.
Disney Plus. It was, I want to say it was on Hulu. It was on Hulu when I originally
Yeah,
watched.
it's Hulu, Disney Plus, all
Yeah.
that,
Oh yeah,
FX.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I said, "Oh my gosh, I had to tell you about that because
That is insane.
girl, oh, my mom called me early this morning. Vagney, you're not going on your hot girl walks, are you? No, you're hard headed. I told you about that." And I'm like,
Girl.
Mom.
Mm-mm. You lost me with the snake. The snake hissing back at you, I would have already been passed out in a no.
And the
And
fact that it looked back, it was like, it literally turned around and was like, I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't know snakes could do that. It was like,
to go the opposite direction because you couldn't go the opposite direction because there was the alligator.
I turned back. It's like, do you want an alligator or do you want an anaconda? Which one? You gotta choose,
And
sis.
to go to the back, to the back, to the back.
You run into the woods, you might face a bear. So which one do you want to do? Okay? Because I can't guarantee there aren't any bears in there. So it was like I thought this is Thriller. Okay, that was my Thriller because
It's almost like that song Jackson said, I'm not scared of lions
tigers
and
and
tigers,
bears, but
but
I'm
I'm
scared.
scared of loving you.
I'm not scared to perform at a sold out affair, but I'm scared of. The only one on earth is impossible. Oh my God. This should be called Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my, this.
No, this is gonna have to be the title of the episode. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Oh my gosh. So I said, okay, yeah, because it's hot, it's humid.
Yeah, girl,
Oh,
they coming out to play. So,
oh,
like I said, in the winter seasons, you might could get away with it, but
yeah,
now that it's summertime, y'all
yeah,
better know about Mother Nature.
yeah. I just was terrified that unlocked a new fear of mine that the snake literally it went like that in front of me. Then it looked back at me like, yes, and did. I was
I
like,
saw you.
this is my territory. So you got
I'm
it.
just glad it didn't try to strike at you because
Yeah.
that's the last thing I'm trying to hear that you got attacked by and had a snake bite.
Girl, the first thing I thought, it flashed in my head. I said, Lord, I hope this thing doesn't launch at me. And then I'm about to be life flighted. They only got a certain amount of time to give me the thing to counter the poison. I don't want to go out like that. What a freak.
Yeah,
Let's go out.
and then I don't know if you have the Apple Watch, but some
I
people who
don't.
like oh,
It was just a recipe for disaster. I'm like, I probably would pass out trying to run home after it bit me. I probably wouldn't even make it home.
you would have to immediately call 911.
Girl.
Girl, I it's funny because I had a friend of mine that said his grandfather had a real bad snake bite and stuff and everything. Got bit by a snake, girl. His whole leg fleshed up,
Oh
girl.
my
It was just
gosh.
terrible. Girl, they had to amputate his leg and stuff
Yeah.
and everything because the snake venom just like paralyzed him so much. And girl ended up passing away.
That is awful. And not too long ago, maybe like 2 months ago, I saw a dead copperhead snake. And those
Ooh.
are very, very much so poisonous and deadly.
Did you see that in your backyard?
And not in my backyard. It was like the at the entrance to our part of the subdivision. It was a
Ooh.
copperhead snake. You know that song Copperhead Road? It's a country song. That's a very dangerous snake. And it was an actual copperhead. I was like, that will kill someone or something.
So yeah, eventually once they start building more homes out there, eventually they're gonna have to call some type of animal control
Something.
or something. But I want to know who put that alligator
The
in the
alligator, and you should have seen it. And those things are stealthy too. Like they're very calculated because it spotted me and it had its eyes just above the water and it was looking just
And
like,
they go fast.
yeah, they're fast.
And
And
they're very fast.
it was just like, and it locked in on me. And then I froze and I'm like, that looks like an alligator.
Mm-mm.
And then
No,
when
ma'am.
and then it stared at me for the longest. I screamed at it, it didn't move. And then finally, when I stomped and clapped, it went real fast under the water.
You're gonna have to start carrying a little stick or something.
Can you tase an alligator?
I don't think you could tase an alligator, but you're gonna have to carry like some type of like rod or stick or like those hunting sticks.
Yeah.
Like those hiker sticks where you know those people with the hike and it has that sharp metal edge on it, so at least you could go
Not
ah,
like a
like you could go like that on it, like that. But I just feel like it those things are so fast,
they're
like
fast.
literally just don't walk close to the water. Just don't
No.
walk close to the
No,
water.
and what scares me is the fact that they can walk up on land on the sidewalk and they can blend in, they can camouflage with stuff.
Ugh.
So, it might be up on you before you even know it. You're just walking and it just, you know, comes out. So,
Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
yeah, I think my
Will be
outside,
calling I will be calling my HOA right now.
yeah,
And
I
we got some critters on the loose.
I was trying to do my, good citizen neighborly duty, trying to think of other people. I was warning everyone on my way home after seeing the alligator and the snake, I was warning everybody I could. I was like, "Hey, the alligator, huge snake." I showed them the video. I was like, "Listen, y'all need to be careful."
Mm-mm.
So,
I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of love.
loving you remix. But yeah, so that's my little story about my encounter with an alligator and a huge, huge, fat BBL snake. It was a BBL snake, no, because the thing is, that snake was huge. That snake was
Please send me
fat.
that video once we get off of there. Send me that video because I want to see up close how close you were to that thing.
I said this snake just got out of BBL surgery because the snake was thick and had an
She,
attitude to match.
she probably just ate.
She definitely just ate because she probably
That's why she didn't hiss back at you. That's why she carried on her business. She's like, I just ate like
but she stopped and turned around and hissed and opened up her mouth like this. Like she opened up her mouth like that. Like it was wide open. And she showed me all her things.
oh, she was warning you, do
She
not come.
was.
She was warning you. She said, do not come
She did
close.
it like 3 times too.
So did you let it like keep moving before you moved or
Well, I saw it passing by me. I was walking on and then I was like, oh my gosh. And I stopped and it got over. And then once it was in the grass, I looked and that's when it was like, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it just froze and it kept his neck turned, staring at me. It never took his eyes off me. And it started doing that thing with its tail and it started hissing at me. And every time I like move, it go like and open up its mouth wide again.
oh, so it she was telling you, let me pass first
And don't come any closer.
and don't come any closer.
Yeah.
Oh no, Vagney. Mm-mm. You might need to see what symbolically that means, seeing snakes and alligators, but
Uh-uh.
it's just
It just means it's hot and humid in Texas. Okay. And I live in an area where there's still
and you
very
live
much
in the country.
it's
You
very
live
much
in the
still woods and trees and lions and tigers and bears. That's what that means.
living
Absolutely.
in the country, girl. Mm-mm. I won't. Don't be when I come and visit. Don't be asking me to go on no lake walk.
You want to go on a hot girl walk with me?
I'll walk on the street. I'll walk on the street, sidewalk, curbside.
We could go
Walk.
to my neighborhood gym.
Yeah, we'll go to the gym. Yeah, let's just do that. Hell, the alligator might find you.
Okay, tell me why as a child. As a kid, I used to always think that there were sharks on the deep end at the deep end of the pool. Did you ever think that as a kid? I'd be like, oh my gosh, there's sharks over there. I will always think that it was sharks.
No. Girl, no, but I do know with those alligators, you are right. They do walk on land and stuff and everything. And I know you have deer out there too, so it's a breeding ground and stuff for them to have a free for all. So I'm just wondering who put that alligator in the lake because nobody does that unless they're like a conniving person who like hunts alligators and
That's
stuff. Because if
there's
it's a man
also
lake, it shouldn't have gotten
not in
there.
a man-made lake. There's also wild hog have been spotted out here. The kind that will like run and attack you with those teeth like that. Those really wild hog boar things that are only seen like deep in the woods. People have seen them out here, and they're very dangerous. Like they could kill you or your dog. They're like very vicious, like wild, huge, like hogs with these sharp teeth.
Yeah, I see why you monitoring the pups with their time outside and
Yeah,
stuff and everything because it's a wild, wild west out there.
it absolutely is. So, okay, girl. Well, that's my little story. I have to go and watch the pups right now outside because they need
No,
to.
seriously, keep an
So,
eye on them because if you
yeah,
know they're hunting, sometimes those animals they have a scent that
yeah,
they can smell off you and they can track the scents.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
But we've
Okay.
also sprayed things around our house like snake away and other things like
Okay,
deterrent
good.
around our house. Yeah.
Good, good. I was just about to say, do you have like any of that like
It's sprayed
not
all around our
like
house.
bear spray and all that stuff and everything? Okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay.
Mhm.
But meanwhile, y'all might need to call animal control. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm just happy that I made it out to tell the story because it was one trial and tribulation after another. The Lord said, I'm gonna put you from back to back to back.
But girl, get you that stick. I'm gonna get you one of those sticks, those little hiking sticks. Just one of those sticks. So
Yeah,
that way you could just know like any moment you could be like
yeah. I'm gonna have to
"Ah,
turn into one of those women warriors, like
yeah, yeah. And then you might need to start wearing boots. Boots.
boots. I need to invest in some good, like some of like those like
Boots.
water, um, like those rain type boots things I need to get. And then I bought a bullhorn too, a mini bullhorn that I need to.
Yeah, so that it can protect your legs and your
Yeah,
feet and stuff and everything. So even if like you're just walking and if you happen to step on a look, that's why when I walk, I know people say, "Oh, look up and stuff and everything," but I'm actually
I
looking
look
down
down.
because I need to know if I'm stepping on poop,
Yeah.
uh, random stuff, or
If I wasn't looking down, then I could have easily maybe even tripped on that snake.
yes, you could
If I
have.
wasn't looking down. Like I was
Could have.
looking down the whole time, but if I was just like, la la, it's a beautiful day, trip right on that BBL snake.
Or just imagine running and going at full speed.
And then it gets wrapped around your foot or your
Oh, I can't talk about it anymore. I'm scared. No, I'm scared. I'm literally scared. Because literally, they just reported here in California where people were going to Running Canyon. 3 people have already gotten a bit by snakes.
wow. Yeah. I believe it. It's that time of year.
It's that time of year and stuff. That's why I don't go on those nature walks usually in the summertime because number one, it's so hot.
Yeah.
But also, two, this is when the critters come out.
Also
They like,
watch walking under like trees where branches are like falling and because like snakes and other critters are up there and could easily fall down on you too.
yes, yes,
Be careful
for
of that. I've seen
for
videos of like things like animals, like a snake or something
all
falling
down.
on people. Yeah.
Exactly. Whew. Well, okay, boo. I love you.
Love you too. See you
All
later.
right. Bye.